What is up, my local agency peeps? If you run a local agency, then today I want to show you a cool little hack slash trick so you can ethically steal top performing ads in maybe niches that you work in, niches you're exploring, expanding your agency into. It's going to give you a inside track, a shortcut, if you will, to ethically stealing top performing ads for your agency. So let's go. All right. So as always, we are in my little brainstorming board here, how to ethically steal top performing ads. Now, I'm definitely going to show you how to do this, but before we do that, you have to bear with me. Please allow me to teach you some of the fundamentals, some of the basics for creating ads that generate clicks and leads before we jump to the hack. The hack is here. You're going to love it. It'll change, and it will really, what it will do is it will cut the testing and the time out of creating new ads and evolving your agency into new niches. It will also provide new ideas for the current offers you have. So just bear with me. Before we do that, let's go into some of the best practices, because the reality is I can show you how to do this little trick and you'll be amazed by it, but you're not going to get any better unless you really understand the fundamentals of marketing. Okay, so I've got a little graph for you here. Now, these are the three things that you need to focus in on most. In fact, I have noticed that throughout my career, there's a lot of tricks, there's a lot of hacks, and a lot of things that they seem like those tactics or hacks would be the thing that would fix everything. For example, what I'm showing you here today, this seems like a way to fix everything, but the reality is, without an understanding of marketing fundamentals, it's not really a full-time fix. It's not really a permanent solution. You need to understand why offers convert, how to convert attention into action. So if you look here in the middle, we've got the marketing triad. So we've got attention, interest, and action. Those are the three things you got to have if you want to run a successful lead generation campaign. Okay. Now, I'm going to touch on each one of these and try and expound on them enough to where we understand the context and how to use them in our marketing. So the first thing is niche down or die. I really do mean niche down or die. A lot of agencies want to find their wheelhouse, and so they end up taking on clients or businesses from all different parts of the local economy. I understand doing that when you're starting out, but the reality is unless you can niche down and really identify a user, a problem, and a solution, you're going to have a really hard time. Okay. So in your agency, you're going to have a really hard time. When you create ads, if you follow that same approach where you help everybody, you're going to get a lot of really bad leads. Okay. The more specifically you can speak to a prospect, the more qualified the leads are going to be. So niche down or die, and you will get more qualified leads. So for example, within the medical spectrum, I've helped chiropractors, family doctors, plastic surgeons, cosmetic, med spas, all sorts of people in that arena. They all need patience for their business to function. If you are in mortgages, you need buyers. You need people to refinance. You need people to purchase, invest, whatever it is. Real estate, buyers, sellers, investors, okay? HVAC, roofing. You need specific people, okay? And once you identify a very nuanced, specific person, your language, what you offer is going to make a lot more sense to those people. So my example, I used to work, well, I still do, have a lot of experience working with chiropractors. Okay. And the problem with working with chiropractors is pretty much everybody in their local community, they know what a chiropractor is. They know what they offer. They know how much it costs generally. So that makes creating offers extremely difficult. And mostly because a person off the street can go get that offer in this clinic or pretty much anywhere else. So the best way to make lead campaigns that are actually going to work is to niche down even further. Okay. So a lot of times chiropractors will have specialties, and maybe they're great with migraines. Maybe they're great with tendonitis. Maybe they're great with knee pain. whatever it is, if we can narrow a campaign down even further, adapt the same frameworks of offers that we'll show you here in a second, but just talk to a more specific avatar, we're going to win. Okay. So that's number one, niche down or die. If your marketing is bringing in poor quality leads, chances are you're too commoditized. You're speaking to an audience that is too general. All right. Number two, lead with value. Now, leading with value is such a pie in the sky, vague thing. We hear marketers talk about this all the time, but I don't think most of those people who talk about it, I don't think they even know what it means. Okay. Because leading with value is extremely hard to do because 9 times out of 10, the creator of that value is you, is the business owner. And so you create it from your own vantage point. You need to create offers that are so compelling that your avatar, the person that you're speaking to, they want to stop and they want to screenshot that thing for later. They want to share it with a friend. They want to take action immediately because it speaks to them specifically. Now, I have these 2 phrases over here, what it means when and what to do if. I love these phrases because what they do is they position me. If I want to speak to a roofing, a person who needs a new roof, I want to get inside of their head, get inside of their daily life, get inside of their thinking process of how they, process the information about their roof. Maybe I used to live in Seattle and I had a friend who was a roofing estimator. And I mean, people have to replace their roofs all the time in Seattle. And they have to do it for different reasons. Sometimes they're living in an area where there's a ton of moss and it just overgrows and it just decays the roof quickly. Sometimes they just, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons. I'm not in the roofing business, but you want to ask yourself about those situations. What it means when your roof is dropping crumbs, like those rock crumbs. What that means when grains of roofing particles are falling off your roof. What to do if you're looking to get a new roof, but you're getting a lot of variation in your bids. Okay. So these are ways to position your thought process around your ads so they are valuable to your audience. All right. Proposition. So your offer. So my mentor, Gary Benzabanga, said there was 4 things that you need to persuade people with: a problem, a promise, a promise. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. Problem, promise, proof, and then proposition. Okay, so there's 4 parts: problem, promise, proof, proposition. So the offer, what are you actually offering? Now, again, when we see how this hack works, you're going to see a lot of things that people are offering, things that are working. I want you to use those ideas as frameworks, and I want you to come up with something unique that shows that you understand that avatar. All right, so these are the basics of what it means to get really proficient and basically a professional level with your lead generation in your lead generation agency. The people you help are local businesses. They don't know how to do it as good as you do. By the way, all of your local businesses are going to be tempted to offer as little amount of value as possible. Do not let them get away with that. Show them that we need to present our offers and our advertising in a way where it's valuable to the end user, and that's a win-win situation. All right. If we do all of this right, okay, our marketing triad will lead us to frameworks. Okay. Now, personally, in my own business, I've come up with 2 types of go-to frameworks when I'm creating campaigns. Meaning, if I get one of my clients says, hey, we want to come up with an offer for something, I try and silo it into one of 2 categories that I've found works really well for me. So I'll share those with you. This is in the medical niche. It doesn't mean that it's going to work in your niche specifically, but again, I want to have frameworks to help speed up my creation process. All right. So the number one type of offer that we do really well with is something I call a test drive offer. And it's pretty self-explanatory. What do you have? What does the business offer that is appealing, interesting, and maybe curious even for a prospect to use? For us, when we've been helping people get back pain patients, it might be spinal decompression. It might be knee decompression. It might be a laser session. It might be shockwave therapy. These are all things that you probably don't know anything about, but they're all things that the prospect can come in and take a test drive on, right? The nice thing about taking a test drive is when you look at the 4 Ps, it falls into the proof category. And if you have a really good promise, a really good proposition, and a good amount of proof, the conversion from lead to actual like closed sale is way higher than if you include nothing. A offer is not a consultation. That is not an offer. All right. But a test drive, a therapy, something that gives them, a level of proof, a demonstration, that is a fantastic way to frame your offers. Number 2, self-discovery. I heard a long time ago at a conference I was at that the key difference between a survey and a quiz is that most people will not fill out a survey because the benefit is for the survey giver. However, people like the idea of taking quizzes because they find out about themselves. A self-discovery offer, a credit report, a lab test, a Zodiac test or whatever that is. These are things that people are interested in. They want to know more about themselves. They want to learn about their opportunities, about possible promotions, whatever the case is. Self-discovery, where that person fits into your campaign, and how you can dovetail in an offer to what they discover about themselves is a really good way. All right. So those are some of the basic principles that I've learned about creating campaigns over the years. Now, I know why you're here. Let's go ahead and jump into how to ethically steal top performing ads in just a few minutes. I will say, before we jump into that, I'm going to have another video on how to repurpose and improve those ads. We don't want to just copy and paste. That's bad form. It's bad practice. We want to do that. Plus, there's tricks that we can use to make them even better. That's the next video. It will be, it will be linked at the end of this video as soon as it's created. So how to ethically steal top performing ads in a few minutes. All right. You're at the Facebook ads library. Now, I know a lot of you have been to Facebook pages where you can go down, see page transparency, and see the ads that people are running. That's a very laborious way to find new ads. And it's also a way you're not sure whether or not those ads are performing. With Facebook ad library and with this protocol, we can find out really quickly which campaigns are running and which ones seem to have an element of proof that they're working. So first of all, it's facebook.com/ads/library. And then you come into search ads. United States, that's where I'm at. Ad category, I'm going to say all ads so I can search all of Facebook. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw in chiropractic, right? That's been a niche I've been in for a long time. All right. Now, these are all of, there's 29,000 results here. That's a lot of results. These are all of the results that are showing up, but we don't want all of these because some of them are inactive. Some of them just started. We want to find the best ones. So all platforms, media types, all media. So all photos, whether they're photos or videos, it doesn't matter. Active and inactive. So we want all of these to be active. Okay. That's important. And then by impression date. This is really important. All right. So today it's January 4th. I'm going to go ahead and bump myself back to November 15th. Okay. So that gives me roughly a month and a half or so. Okay. And so we're going to go from here back to today, and hit apply. Apply 2 filters. And then what's going to happen is all of these are active. All of them have been delivering impressions actively from November 15th to January 4th. Okay. And so that is the proving grounds that we have a campaign. I mean, if you're going to run it for a month and a half, you'd hope that they would work. And also by applying what we've learned in the first part of this video, we can kind of discern which ones are great, which ones are not so great. Okay. So as we scroll through these, we can see a lot of different campaigns. And, you know, if we look at, I'll go ahead and stop when I see one that I feel like from my own experience is compelling. Okay. I just saw, it bumped me out of there. I saw 40, here we go, right here. $45 new patient special. All right. So this one includes consultation and exam x-rays, chiropractic adjustment, reported findings, and recommendations for care. So for that, that's a bundle. That's a value proposition. You're getting an adjustment, which people value, x-rays, which people value, and you're seeing it all right here. So this would be one that I would definitely want to templatize, and I would want to test out in my own agency. And again, the next video will show you how to do that. But that would be a good example. Only back and neck pain relief. Okay, here's another one, very similar. Let's go ahead and try another niche, since it's a little unfair because I have so much experience in the chiropractic space that, you know, I'm a little biased. So let's go ahead and do this again. Active and inactive. We're going to go active ads, impressions by date. We're going to go back to, I'm going back to November 1st to today, apply, and apply 2 filters. All right. So I have 0 experience in roofing, never run a roofing campaign, but as we look through this, let's see if we can apply these best practices from the video to this. All right. Get your free quote now. I don't like that. Just generally speaking, it's too basic. But this one here, I do like. Finance your new roof today. Whether it's pricing or terms, those are going to be 2 big things that I think people would probably be very interested in. So 0 down, 0 interest for 12 months, minimum $2,500. So I would imagine that if you are forced to get a roof, or that if you're in, if you've been in the market, that these would be attractive terms. It looks like the image does most of the, now what I don't like about this is the way you read an ad is it's image, headline, body. Okay. From leak repair to roof placement, we've got you covered. Really finance your new roof. We should be supporting, if this image is about terms and financing, the headline should build off of that, and so should the copy. So I might use the image as part of my template, but I probably wouldn't use the ad copy. And when I say use the ad copy, I mean learn and adapt the ad copy. 0% interest. Okay, so this is another terms one. That's great for up to 18 months. Schedule your free estimate. Click here to secure your free estimate. Roofing material costs have steadily risen. Yeah, see, so this is a good one. I like this one because it ties in the idea of we've got great terms, 0 interest. You need, you're probably, if you're in the market, costs are rising all the time. So this is a good one. I would definitely want to templatize that one. This one is great. All right, I can tell you right now the proposition. So again, Gary Benzavinga said there's 2 things that will really sell any campaign. And that is one, promise and proof. So a promise is a really good thing to lead with, saying, hey, I can give you this result, and you're just wowed by it. And then proof is, hey, I believe you, yes or no. So for $129 a month, get a new roof. This is a phenomenal campaign. Book your free estimate. Okay, so really it's going to build off of the same, is this the same company? Yeah, same company. So they're going to build off of the same thing here. That's a great one. In fact, the fact that these guys have been running this ad and this ad for so long, I would be going over to their page. These guys would be good ones to model my pages after. So hopefully you can see, let me pan over here. So hopefully you can see how I use the ads library to glean from, learn from this process. And like I said, in the next video, we're going to go through, we're going to use these templates, these ads, these proven ads, and this framework to go through and show you how to adapt and repurpose these campaigns so you can upload them and start using them in your UpHex account and start generating leads. Whether you want to, go broader inside of your current niche, or maybe you want to, go and make a lateral move and add more clients. You own a roofing company. Well, now let's go to HVAC. Let's go to contractors, right? These are all opportunities for you, and we make it really simple for you within UpHex because you can just bam, bam, click and go as you want. So hopefully this has been a really useful video, both in the learning and then in the tactical approach to some of these hacks and shortcuts to help you build your agency into a click and go machine. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.